Surprise, there are even more undisclosed private jet trips. Tonight, we're learning that Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas took at least 3 private jet trips, paid for by his very generous benefactor, billionaire Republican Harlan Crow, according to an ongoing investigation by Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Tonight, ProPublica is reporting the newly revealed flights add to the picture of Thomas's frequent use of Crow's jet for personal travel, allowing the justice to fly in the style of the ultra-wealthy. Crow owns a high-end Bombardier Global 5000. That sounds nice. A jet that can cost over $10,000 per flight hour to charter, according to the charter company estimates. And Thomas has repeatedly flown to a destination and backing it on the same day. That sounds like nice way to go. In a statement, Thomas's lawyer said the trips, quote, fell under the personal hospitality exemption and was not required to be disclosed. Justin Elliott is one of the reporters from ProPublica who broke the story, and many other stories about the undisclosed gifts to both Justice Thomas and Justice Samuel Alito. He and the rest of his team at ProPublica won a Pulitzer for the reporting on the Supreme Court last year, and he joins me now. Congratulations on that Pulitzer, by the way.
Thank you.
Well earned. All right, 3 more trips. What have we learned?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about this that's so striking to me is just the scale of it. I mean, we're really looking at a picture where Harlan Crow's private jet, as you said, Global 5000, which I'm told is a particularly nice type of private jet, was just at the disposal of Justice Thomas. I mean, there's multiple incidents where, for example, flying from Washington, D.C. to San Jose, California, staying there for a few hours and then turning around and going back in the same day. That's happened repeatedly. So, and we see the jet going from where it's based in Dallas to D.C. to pick up the justice. And so this adds to a very long list. And I think the picture is you have a billionaire political donor really in a real way subsidizing the life of a justice.
Yeah, and basically, I mean, the new details, they don't make clear the purpose of the trips. They include a May 27 trip to St. Louis, from St. Louis to Kalispell, Montana, location of Glacier Park International Airport, then from Montana to Dallas 2 days later. He was scheduled to be in St. Louis at the time for a speech. In one instance, he flew from the East Coast to San Jose, returned home later that day. In another, he took a round-trip flight from Washington, D.C. to Savannah, Georgia. I mean, yeah, this is the kind of thing you only really get to do if you're a billionaire. Just like, this is how, like, Taylor Swift or Elon Musk, that's how they get around.
Right. I mean, the San Jose round trip alone, again, seemingly for maybe some kind of lunch, we don't know what it was for still, that could easily cost well over $100,000 just the flight. So, probably like double the median income that an American makes in a year. So it's an extraordinary amount of money, and this is on top of
$100,000 flight.
Yeah, and last week, Justice Thomas actually, after some of our reporting, amended some prior years' financial disclosure forms to disclose other things that Harlan Crow has paid for, hotels and lodging and a vacation in Indonesia, a trip to California. And that's the 3rd time he's done that in the last 10 or 15
Now, to be clear, these 3 ones no one knew about and no one reported.
Yeah, these are totally new to us. I mean,
you had no idea.
I had no idea. I mean,
but I'm pretty sure, let me just say, this is it, right? I mean, this has to be totally it. There's no way there's anything else. I think we have an absolute definitive accounting.
I mean, look, some of the reporting we did, it took, myself and some coworkers months of reporting to piece together these trips and other gifts that Justice Thomas and Justice Alito also got. We don't have subpoena power. The Senate Judiciary Committee does. They said today that there's going to be a fuller report of their findings of this investigation coming out in the summer. So I would not at all be surprised if there's more revelations in that.
They subpoenaed Leonard Leo as well, who basically told him to, go
pound sand.
Thank you for stopping me from saying what I was going to say. To go pound sand, and I don't know what's happening there, but Harlan Crow, they subpoenaed, and he's cooperating, right? They're getting this from Harlan Crow, I think.
Right. This is from Harlan Crow. What happened was they authorized the subpoena, didn't actually issue it, and it became sort of a leverage in their negotiations with his lawyers, and they came to this deal where he's given them information about the last 7 years, potentially not just travel, potentially other things too. I think we'll only find out when the full investigation comes out later this summer.
We're going to have to update our bar chart. Can we show the bar chart? My favorite bar chart. It's a tough one to read. It's really hard to see. Let's see, which one is Thomas? Let me scan there. Oh, right, there he is on the left. So we might need to raise up that bar after we price these ones in. Maybe this summer we'll get more pricing. Can I get your response, since I have you here, to something Justice Alito said about your reporting, because he talks about you, and I want you to be able to respond directly. This is something that he said recently, surreptitiously recorded about ProPublica. Take a listen.
There are groups that are very well funded his staff have spearheaded these attacks. That's what it is.
Like who? Sorry.
Oh, ProPublica gets a lot of money, and they have spent a fortune investigating Clarence Thomas's attack.
Have you spent a fortune on are these ideological attacks? What you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it was frankly disturbing to hear this because it's pure speculation based on no evidence. As one of the 2 or 3 reporters that did this work, I can tell you how it started, which was not we're going to report on Justice Thomas and Justice Alito. It was we're going to report on how Supreme Court justices are spending their time when they're not at the court. We started with a stack of documents of travel records, no names of the justices.
Wow.
And we pieced together that it was Justice Thomas who was taking private jets around. We took a hard look at some of the Democratic appointed justices and just have simply not found anything equivalent.
Well, again, if we could put up that bar chart just for a second, again, it is hard to find the signal from the noise in that chart. You know, just it takes a lot of energy just to uncover that one on the left.
You know, right. I mean, if somebody out there knows about George Soros funding Justice Kagan's life, I would love to report it. And you can find my contact information on all of our stories.
Be a hell of a scoop. Justin Elliott, great reporting. Thank you.